Um, uh, 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 Fresh and fit. Y'all boys must be in the fire because I don't know what's going on, but apparently it's it's a lot. First off, before I even get into it, this cost and that stuff, I'm about to get right into it right after this video because you know what I'm saying. But apparently, Fresh and Fit got another situation that they into. I don't really know if is being um because the last thing I seen was that nigga Byron just going off yelling, screaming about some fuck shit like I'm messing with females, and like whatever he was yelling at. To be honest, I'm just chatting because I really forgot. But apparently they found themselves in another situation or the same situation, but it's getting worse. Um, I have no idea what the situation is. I was hearing about some stuff like uh dudes was getting a little physical touch. I don't know. I have no idea. So we about to tap in. We kind of a little late, so we gotta hurry up and see what they hitting on. But before we get into it, y'all already know what the deal is. What's the word, YouTube? Y'all 40 right back in this mode with another banger reaction. Fuck you talking about. To all the new ladies, new niggas. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I don't know.
Kyron are back on the scene and they are more trouble than paradise. Let me ask you this. Have you ever had a pregnancy scare?
No. But I'm blue pill though.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going around smashing and dashing a bunch of women, man. I'm trying to learn a couple things from Walter, man.
You try to learn what you would do if you got somebody pregnant.
I just like to say this brotherly content that we have in the two black, you know what I'm saying? Big brother, little brother type vibe. I'm messing with it. And I really, cause Low is a very straight to the point, but also have his goofy moments. Omar very straight to the point, but also have his goofy moments. And I feel like the sibling chemistry is just alive with these two. So the fact that we even getting a duo Taj type vid right now, I think is real dope.
Yes.
Okay.
What to do? First things first. Finesse. Second thing, so last time Omar uploaded a video, Walter ended up getting someone pregnant, got exposed for it, and a bunch of other shenanigans as well. Since then, Fresh and Fit has been on a please forgive me tour, trying to expose people, and somehow has made it worse. Myron decided to sit down and try to expose this woman as someone that she's not, like completely dismantle credibility, but somehow made it completely worse.
But then she's running around and telling Abba and Preach and all these other simps, oh, I'm not escort, and they're believing it. Oh, okay, I believe it. Interviewing a criminal, giving her a platform, letting her tell you all these lies, and you best believe I'm calling immigration on you.
I understood the immigration thing.
Why?
Well, no, wait. I heard.
If you don't know how
Wait,
to make
what?
chords,
Wait,
this is
what?
It. Congratulations.
I'm so behind.
The chords are already made for you.
Heard it before. That's what I.
So dark black dude got a girl pregnant and wanted an abortion. What's the issue with wanting an abortion though?
I mean,
Why?
chill out, brother. I also hear that this isn't his first time talking himself out of some coochie.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, immigration is kind of OD, but yeah, you're right. First of all, this is ironic because they got upset at everybody in the internet, including like me in particular, that we were calling them liars. Now all of a sudden, they don't want us to believe the things that they said. Because you're right. This ain't the first time this man done got somebody pregnant and asked for them to get rid of it.
I was with this chick and we were kind of like fizzling out, but she got pregnant. Kind of told her like, yo, we can work this out, but we can't have kids right now. And then I did the Hail Mary.
No, tell them what the Hail Mary is.
So the Hail Mary is, for example, right, where like you tell the chick what she wants to hear, and you can have kids later on, make her get an abortion, take her to McDonald's, get a McGriddle, and an orange juice, sit her down, you tell her about life, and you started this happen, and you never see her again.
And that's alpha. See, that's the problem. Is that
What? Wait, what?
You tell the chick what she wants to hear, and you can have kids later on, make her get an abortion, take her to McDonald's, get a McGriddle, and an orange juice, sit her down, you tell her about life, and you started this happen, and you never see her again.
and that's
That shit's funny to you, bro? That's nasty work. That's especially, and I know he about to allude to it, but especially for some niggas that push this alpha like content, this take care of everything, this big dog type content. That's a real bitch move, bro. That's a real like I understand not wanting to have a kid. And that's why like when he said abortion, I didn't really understand what the issue was in the beginning. Cause it's like some people just aren't ready to have kids, and if you as a man understand that, one, you shouldn't be having sex anyway. Let's just nail it on the butt. Regardless if she had that abortion or not, it is your fault for putting your dick in there raw and nutting in the girl. Get a better pull-out game, buddy. But abortion, I don't think it's all the way bad. Because I'd rather, like, if you have the choice to bring a kid into life, it should be in a circumstance where you're able to take care of them. I feel like if you are bringing another life into the world and you aren't fully able to you're not fully functional as a single parent, or you have a co-parenting system, then it's not insane to get rid of it. I know a lot of people don't really mess with the whole abortion thing, and at the end of the day, it is the female's choice. But if she with it, I'm with it. But the way he went about it is, now I understand the backlash that they be getting. So crazy work.
That's alpha. See, that's the problem. Is that you all don't understand what it means to be a high value man. See, I'm on my way. I'm emerging. I just got to start asking women for, take the plan Bs and get abortions and stuff like that. Then I'll ascend to Walter's level.
The problem is most people thought that the red pill ascended your mentality. But the whole time, the red pill was the abortion pill.
Yes, the plan B pill.
That's what it was.
That's what I've been popping, plan B pills. That's all I've been popping, man. That's why I got them. I got them on the side of me.
I think tell him.
Yes, tell him the story. Bro, this whole thing really started with these two numbskulls because y'all were telling stories on that podcast that nobody could believe because that's how outrageous it sounds. Now, all of a sudden, more outrageous things are happening, easily correlate to things that you have told us before, but all of a sudden, you all don't want us to believe that there's a possibility this man got her pregnant, especially since he openly admitted that he finished inside her. He didn't pull out. Like, I don't know why y'all think that going on a podcast and trying to discredit.
Whoa. The implication was crazy. I mean, finish inside her. You could have chilled with it, my dog. The energy you done put in that was crazy.
Believe that there's a possibility this man got her pregnant, especially since he openly admitted that he finished inside her. He didn't pull out. Like, I don't know why y'all think that going on a podcast and trying to discredit and belittle what she may have said or have not said is going to then lead credibility to.
Hot take of the week, hot take of the year. Y'all already know I'm about to spam that button. Alpha males have the worst pullout game. No doubt in my mind. If you all claim to be this, and not a traditional alpha, somebody who just naturally goes like with the flows and move, but I'm talking about the people who push the alpha image down individuals' throats and like basically wants you to completely change your life all over. Y'all niggas suck in bed. Y'all niggas can't bang with a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really get up in your girl teeth and really love tap her ass to the promised land. Like, yeah. If you an alpha male in 2024, like a internet type alpha, your dick game sucks, buddy. Your dick game sucks.
What y'all saying, because everything she said is in line with the type of people that you all have made yourself out to be for the past 2 to 3 years. And we've challenged it and challenged it. And y'all keep telling us, no, that's us. No, we fuck women all damn day. These whores and sluts, we meet them on
Sugar Baby.
Yeah, sugarbabydaddy.com.
Diabetes net.
Yeah, we meet them on there. And then as Walter just told you, we come inside them and then we ask for them to get rid of the baby. That's what y'all been doing. So why do you believe that it's not that far-fetched for us to believe now that that's literally what you're doing again?
This is the problem with being like a professional yapper is that you forget all the things that you've yapped about.
Exactly.
So they spend 5 days a week yapping for 6 hours at any given time. Obviously, you're gonna get caught up in some lies eventually.
So Fresh, you gave an extremely expensive Von Cleef bracelet, which are worth up to $30K, to a Chinese escort you just met. Now, Fresh, you claim that you didn't give her the gift. That's what you claim.
Show me the proof.
But the escort says that you did.
No,
he didn't. Number one, he didn't buy the bracelet for her.
All one
Here's
thing
where you're
that's
wrong.
crazy.
1, she's on the escort, and 2, I didn't buy a bracelet. So what are you trying to say, bro?
Wait.
So
wait.
just as further like details and backlog, a huge portion of this whole thing with Myron, what he did in his podcast, well, he did it by himself, is that he's trying to go out of his way to discredit the woman that is supposedly pregnant. And by doing so, he is outlining, one of the things he's outlining is that she is indeed an escort.
Yeah.
If you call me prove it.
What is an escort? I'm so slow. My bad that I'm segueing from this video, but what is an escort? Probably should have put definition. A person, vehicle, or group accompanying another form of protection as a mark of rank. A person. Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay. Okay.
No. We can transfer.
One time, her babies didn't feel up for us. I was pushing her. She said she came up 3 times and that she couldn't do it anymore.
So you're going to do it like 10 times till we?
I have been spanked in the past.
That's him trying to show and prove. We can't even believe her because she's an escort. The thing is this, 2 things. A, the only reason why, or at least part of the reason why we didn't believe she was originally an escort, not only because she said it, but Myron, you said it as well.
Question for you, bro. What proof do you have that she's an escort? You know how difficult it is to get a fucking visa as a Chinese national to come to the United States as often as she does?
Here's where you're wrong. 1, she's on court, and 2, I didn't buy.
This is why I stopped shopping on Amazon,
So-
and you should too. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
Bracelet.
So she's not an escort until y'all names get put in a situation against her, in whatever type way, and now she is an escort. So when tricking what was in the picture, she was not an escort, but because what?
That's where all this comes from. We believe that she wasn't an escort, in large part because y'all also rejected the fact that she wasn't an escort.
So you know what the problem is? Walter is in love with her. Walter's in love. So when you're in love, you do probably dumb and irrational, stupid,
Absolutely.
idiotic, dog brain things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
for a
yeah.
woman. And so him and Fresh came in together and was like, yo, let's devise a plan.
Mm.
This is how we gonna go about it. We're gonna say she's not an escort. We're gonna deny the pregnancy. We're gonna deny all these things.
Even though there's evidence of it, even though y'all said otherwise.
We're gonna deny all that stuff, right? And then more evidence came out.
Mm.
Undeniable evidence. And they couldn't do it no more. And that's when Walter left the set and left Myron slander her by himself.
No, Walter wasn't even there because he was told by his attorney not to say anything.
Come on.
So Myron.
No, that's not what happened. What happened is he was in love and he didn't want to see his homeboy talk bad about his future baby mom, his girl. Because that's the love of his life.
Oh, okay.
Remember, that's what his mom, if I'm seeing on the internet with her, that's my girlfriend. And I got my mom with her.
And met their mom.
Got the gifts.
Spent $15,000 on a bracelet. Yes.
Signed by him.
Signed by him.
Can't deny that.
The receipt says it all. You cannot deny this right here, brother. Mr. Walter Weeks. You cannot deny it.
You can't just sit there and let your homeboy slander your woman like that.
Of course.
So let me just take a step back.
He's an alpha man. He stands up for his women.
Stands up for her.
He stands up for them.
Stands up for her by standing back.
Exactly.
When you bring her family and her into this is weird, bro. It's like really weird. Like, and she's cool. She's cool as f. So it's like, bro, why? Because you want to hit on me? Come on, man.
So when you all sit here and try to make this argument about, oh, well, she's not credible because XYZ, when y'all have things on the internet that contradict what y'all are saying, this man Fit or Myron literally is arguing against himself.
He winning too.
And which is crazy. But you know what,
Whooping
Myron,
that
you're
ass.
making it
Whooping
worse.
that ass.
Because if she really was all these terrible things, if she was an escort, she was a criminal that stole a bunch of money, let me show you how she stole a bunch of money.
So apparently there's a police report about someone claiming she stole $1,000. She was never charged.
Yeah. She stole money from an individual. All right. This woman takes this guy's money and runs off with it, right? One of the people that one of her clients, right? You guys might be wondering, well, Myron, do you got proof? Oh, I do got proof, actually. I got video. Here she is, taking the dude's money and doing what she's about to do with it.
This nigga thinks that that's a checkmate. First of all, she doesn't even look like the same woman. Not even
All right.
Even close. She doesn't.
I ain't even gonna say nothing.
Wow.
But let's just say, Myron, you know what? You're right. She is this criminal escort who's a scum of the world, robbing men left and right, running around with their money. But you know what? That actually makes it worse. Because that means that a nigga, and mind you, these are the same two bozos who try to sit here and explain to people why you have to have sex with a large amount of women, right? Because you have to understand female nature, right? You have to understand when it comes to being a high-value alpha male, right? When it comes to being a high-value alpha male, you have to interact with as many women as possible so you understand how they operate, how they move, and yet for whatever reason, this is not only the first but now the second woman that you've been publicly embarrassed by, duped by. How is that possible?
You know what I never understand about
Now the claim that dealing with multiple women eventually leads you to understanding women, I don't think is insane. I know this is completely not where they were going with this, but I do just like to give my 2 cents. Like, when it comes to understanding how a girl thinks, you have to be around women, bro. Like, it's some of the most bizarre scenarios will be put on your plate that you have to digest, and you just gonna look at it like, what the fuck? And it's not till you've dealt with women over and over again and understand how their brain works, understand that there's certain kind of like what's the word? The way that they speak versus how they show the words, if that makes sense. Like, basically not paying too much attention to the mouth and more so paying attention to the character itself. You feel me? But like, you won't know that until you deal with a lot of females because, I mean, one thing for sure, can't trust what to come out that mouth. Because anything can come out that mouth, but how that body reacts, what that body says, it can be completely different sometimes. But that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about what, having sex with multiple women so you can learn. So what? Yeah, I just wanted to get my
these people, maybe passport bros or save yourself black men, however you want to categorize them, high value males.
My
Is
2
that
cents.
they go out of the country on the premise that Western women are terrible, they are bad people, they scam you, they're in it for the money, hypergamy is this, that, and the third, they're not feminine, they're not fit,
They're
none of that
traditional.
stuff. Come on now.
More importantly, though, they're not black.
So then they go and they get these women from other cultures, other countries, but they seem to only target the ones that are still a part of the Western world. Like even if this was the Daisy in question, that money spread, throw the money out is so American. That's the most American, and everything we've seen from her. Because she might be fit or whatever, but her whole aesthetic is of a Western woman. So what's the point of bashing these people on the podcast, get on a boat, get on a plane, to go to a different country to find the same women that you bashed on the podcast?
I don't get it.
And mind you, the way that they make it seem, you have to search hard, because over there it's not like that.
Yeah. Now, this is where and why many people keep saying it's
because they're broke. I mean, let's not play dumb. Let's not play dumb. The reason why they are it's the method. It's the strategy. It's the reason why Fresh and Fit are the way they are today. Go ahead and go get some black women from the Western world. You ain't even got to leave and go across the seas. Go get you some real successful black women who have been through shit, who have climbed the ranks, and who are some real big bosses. The stuff that they say, the implication that they make won't fly against the women. Those women will walk in and completely take over the podcast. You have to understand, one thing about Fresh and Fit that's going to keep them relevant is the amount of negative publicity that gets brought onto that show. And the reason why it's so much negative publicity is obviously the two heads of the show, Fit and Martin, or whatever his name is. But they essentially surround themselves with individuals who they deem as less than so they can dominate the whole scene. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what type of individual you are. If you do OnlyFans, I'm better than you. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can never, I don't care if you make millions and millions and millions of dollars. You sold your morals for money. You've simply lost the ranking system. You are beneath me type shit. That's how they move. So it's not a surprise that they continuously get the same women because if they get somebody of their stature, if they get somebody who really, you know what I'm saying, some real CEO type women, nigga, it ain't gonna be Fresh and Fit no more. Them niggas gonna be getting clowned for 3-4 hours straight and fuck around and end up kicking everybody off because they talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's their formula, bro. It's their formula.
All a grift, because it doesn't matter how you cut it or slice it, they are still wrong. If you want to sit here and claim that, oh, she's an escort and and she steal people money, those are the same type of women that you tell men to avoid. Fresh and Fit's whole beef with Abba and Preach started with this idea of like, oh, we are respected. Well, our women respect us. We would never pay for any type of interactions. That's too transactional. That's how the whole thing started. And you all fought it for years, and here we are now, and you're now openly telling us that he's interacting with an escort. So now that contradicts what you're saying. You're sitting here claiming that you want traditional women, but the way that you're moving around is not traditional. Having sex with a bunch of women, nutting inside of them, and then asking for them to get rid of it, that's not traditional.
Guys, if you're looking to go back to school, UMGC is waiving their application
I
fee through
don't
May
want
31st.
Especially when you sat here and claimed that the we gotta get Myron's words for it, because Myron told us what is the most important aspect of a society.
Do you plan on getting married someday? Do you think it's important?
Eventually, the nuclear family is the backbone to any thriving society.
So you sit here and y'all praise the idea of having a nuclear family, building something of value, but here you all are at the big age of 30-something, still fucking around with random whores and nutting inside of them, and then asking for them to get rid of the baby. What are you doing? That is counterintuitive to what you all claim to do, and the type of women that you all talk about, or the women that you claim that you have the ability to avoid, but yet you keep being in relationships with them. You go out of your way to date and be in relationships with women who are out of the country because you don't want to date black women or American women who are toxic and too involved with the Western world, but yet you still find those type of characteristics with other women. You claim that because you're a high value man, you're so overwhelmingly respected by the women that you deal with, but yet here we are not once but now twice, where the women that you're dealing with is effectively embarrassing you in some shape, form, or fashion. That does not make any sense. But here's a grift, because as you said, and now you're alluding to, there's 3 options here, and the best one would have actually been I'm in love. And you know what? Nobody would have cared. That actually would have been the proper way to go about it. She checks off all the boxes. She's fit, friendly, she's traditional, she's not of the Western world, and most importantly, she's not black, right? So because of those things, I have decided to go ahead and introduce her to my family.
I ain't gonna stand for this black women hate, bro. I can't do it. Listen. Black women is top 3 and they not 2 or 3. Listen. Not every black woman. I'm not trying to include everybody, because a lot of y'all can suck my left nut unsatisfactory. I mean, y'all gonna suck it and I'm not even gonna get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna suck my nuts and it's gonna turn into a frisbee. Like, you gonna stretch that bitch out because I am not getting hard. I'm plateauing. You know what I'm saying? So, not every black woman, but the top tiers, the lover girls, the you know what I'm saying, the sweethearts, the true queens, yeah, it ain't nobody better than them. So Fresh and Fit, bro. I don't know what y'all got against. Or no, I just alluded to it. They don't want somebody who's of equal stature because they will get ran. It's easy to be an alpha male when you're in the presence of a whole bunch of betas. It is easy to be an alpha male. Y'all, come on, when you in the presence of a whole bunch of betas. Like, when you surround yourself with niggas that are less than, of course you gonna run the show. Of course you run this shit. But I feel like their worry is having a black girl friend, having a black wife, just will contradict and kind of like clash with the individuals that they believe they are. They just simply think they are higher than what they actually, you know what I'm saying? So when an individual comes along in their life and makes them realize their worth and their true value, nigga, it's gonna fuck with their ego. Nigga, I make too much money, I be treated like this, but for you make all that money and for what characteristics to show for it. You make millions of dollars a year to do these podcasts, but it's damn near like you sold your soul for it because look at the nigga that you became. Look at the niggas y'all are. I mean, y'all 30 years old, essentially preaching to the younger generation to treat women like hoes. Just keep fucking these sluts and don't give your heart to nobody. But in the same breath, say that you want a family. Y'all the same niggas that can tell a female, get an abortion because we'll have a kid in the future, and then as soon as she gets that abortion, completely leave her. But in the same breath, say, you want your own family. That nuclear collision or nuclear bond or whatever the fuck that nigga said is the most important thing in the world for a man. So, I mean, and nobody will handle that, and nobody will hammer that point home to you like a black woman. I mean, it's just obvious. You do not want your teeth clocked. That's all it is.
My mom, I tell her I love her, and I've talked about getting her pregnant, which again, there's text message proof of this being the case, and we were having sex unprotected, and I got her pregnant. That actually would have been the best way to go about it because that would actually be aligned with who you claim to be.
But you know what I think it is? I think that there was so much against what they had going on that he had to, or at least he thought he had to, jump out in some shape, form, or fashion in order to get in front of the story to make it less impactful. But what he didn't realize is that he actually made it worse. He had sex with Daisy, kept nutting in her, promising her all these things, etc., etc. But apparently he was smashing 4 other women doing the same. Which may be a lie, may not be a lie. Cool.
No, but we know it's true. It's fresh. Come on,
gotta be.
Walter.
Gotta be. You're right.
Yeah, he got 1,000 body count.
You're right. But he also knew that there had to be some sort of video of her being an escort out there. He also knew that there was videos of them taking pictures together.
Some of that stuff he uploaded on his own channel. He uploaded that stuff.
He uploaded that stuff?
Yeah, on his own channel.
Oh, brother.
What?
He uploaded on his own
video of her being an escort out there. He also knew that there was videos of them taking pictures together.
Some of that stuff he uploaded on his own channel. He uploaded that stuff.
Nasty work.
Yeah, on his own
Nasty work.
Brother. I can't defend the guy.
But this is the reason why I think you're wrong. Because that right there would have been the most sound and logical option A. But this is the reason why it's a grift, because instead of just going with that logical A, that then breaks him from the mode of the type of men that makes up his audience, right? He needs to connect and correlate with those men. Those men are miserable fucks. And the truth of the matter is that these two individuals, as much as people want to sit here and bash OF women for making a bunch of money off of lonely, miserable men, they do the exact same thing. They just do it in another way by fear-mongering them and sitting there and telling them all these negative things and say, this is why you need to be with us and be in this coalition and be a part of the red pill and da-da. Myron or Walter get into a serious relationship, nutting a woman and start having a child and have to deviate from that ideology. And as Myron himself said, the finish line is the nuclear family. If now Walter is at the finish line and is no longer a part of the race with the rest of their audience, he's no longer relatable. So that's why the best option would have actually been option A, but you can't do that when your whole identity online is to make profit off of miserable men. You have to continue in that race. So then, hey, I have to disassociate myself from her.
You're absolutely right. He couldn't get the grift off.
He couldn't. Right. So instead of trying to present the opportunity, the irony of it is all is that you just got done having a conversation with Ethan, and in the moment when Ethan was sitting there saying, how come y'all aren't in any real relations? How come y'all aren't married? How come you haven't started a family? You had the opportunity to say, hey, I have, but you didn't, because you know for a fact that goes against your audience.
And they turn against you.
And they're gonna turn against you. You're no longer relatable, and you can no longer make money off of those miserable men. So you decide, hey, get rid of it. I don't want no baby. I don't want none of that.
But who's to say that, like, and this is why you can't get his stuff for the money. Like, you really gotta have a passion for shit, cause niggas don't even think about the bigger picture, bro. Understand the biggest level of relatability an individual can have is growing from a situation. Understand that you being this toxic ass individual and then realizing that you are said individual and wanting to change and grow from it is some of the most beautiful things in the world. And then, yeah, you gonna have people that leave you because it's some people that are only around for the drama, but it's gonna be some niggas that want to change with you. And then we not even talking about the potential audience that you might end up reaching because you are a whole new nigga. Hey, y'all heard about the new Fresh and Fit podcast? Hell no, I don't even fuck with them niggas. They disrespectful to women. They swear they alphas until a real bad bitch walk in the room. Oh, they positive as hell. They done started their own charity fund. They doing basketball tournaments and doing giveaways. Oh, since when? Let me go tap in. Let me see. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people get so caught up in the now and prolonging what you have that we allow ourselves to kind of shrink because what we have right now we're comfortable with and we're so scared to let it go that by growing ourselves we're afraid that we relinquish that. And I understand because when we talking about money, nigga, this is your job. So if you built a brand off of disrespecting women and now your image is changing to respecting women, there will be a uppercut to that bank account for sure. But I don't know. I'd rather make $5,000 a month for the rest of my life and pushing nothing but positive content, showing love to the ladies when I can, whooping niggas ass in basketball, and making funny reactions than to make $100,000 a month and disrespect women, disrespect my name, disrespect my image, and disrespect my face card, and completely fuck myself up for the rest of my life. But when money's involved, niggas become very, very weird.
Use you for social verification amongst these people. They need to see me with a beautiful woman, so that's why I need to be with a bunch of money, cars, all that other stuff. You have now solidified your identity and your means in my life. Now you're pregnant, get rid of it and get out of my life. And now, this is how strong the grift is. You sat here and said that she's a wealthy woman coming from a prestige family. That's how she has the ability to travel from one country to the next and da-da-da. All of a sudden, she's a criminal. Whatever it takes to get that grift off, because that's your whole identity. Guess what, people, we don't care. If you would have said, hey man, this is a girl I'm with, you know, y'all seen her a couple times. That's not your whole identity. That's not who you are.
They couldn't then go back on the platform though and do the same exact things, bash the same exact women that he got into a relationship with, a committed one. They couldn't do that no more. I have no sympathy for them. I'm in love. I got me a woman. Let us know what y'all think in the comments. Play back. We back.
You're doing it.
Terrible.
Very, very disgusting work. Very, very disgusting work. Shout out to Omeezy and Love for the Vid. PSA to all you niggas, bro.
Arcade is like an idea.
PSA to the niggas, to the ladies, and just to everybody, period. You do not have to be a toxic, or no, not even that. It is okay to grow from situations. Sometimes losing people is what you need in life to elevate to the next level. Sometimes disappointing people and changing the way people view you is what you need to find your inner peace and your inner happiness. There is nothing wrong with being an individual who has lived his life a certain way, has come to the realization that maybe my life that I've been living or the life I've been living for a set amount of years has been bad and want to change yourself. Some people ain't gonna agree with you. Some people gonna hate you. Some people will shit on you for it. But guess what? Niggas shit on you anyway. So why even care about somebody else's opinion? Even if you're doing the wrong thing for the rest of your life, it is still gonna be people that's gonna throw flack at you. So you might as well be the best person you can be because it's gonna be hate anyways, and you'd rather be happy in your own skin, getting hate, than hating the person that you've become and also receiving hate. Because all that's gonna do is lead to. We don't talk about that on this channel, but type time. But shout out to Omeezy for the vid, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.